Hello there, Virgo, and welcome to your timeless oracle messages. I hope you're doing well out there. Now, Virgo, we're going to find out what Spirit wants you to know when it comes to your situation. And this is for Virgo and Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. Love and accept yourself just as you are. You do not need to make any improvements. You're perfect just the way you are. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. Now, there may be a situation where you are releasing some unwanted energies, feelings, thoughts. Maybe you've released or are releasing situations and people too that aren't serving you. But the most important thing is seeing yourself the way that Spirit sees you, with love and acceptance, right? And so don't be harsh on yourself. You may need to take some time to, love yourself, right? In a healthy way. Do things that make you feel that you're spoiling yourself because you deserve it. So just know that you don't need to make improvements. You are the new and improved you, Virgo. Okay, now let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Oh, look at that. Time to collaborate. Now you're going to feel so much better, though, when you know yourself inside and out, right? And this is not to say that you aren't someone who doesn't love and accept yourself, but as we go through experiences, hardships, it can make us question our own self. But when you feel good and confident about yourself, you only attract situations and people that can help you bring some type of vision or goal or support together. So if someone is on your path, know that this person is heaven sent. If you've been feeling, the guidance to connect with another, then do that. But don't feel that you have to do something on your own. So let's get a little bit more about time to collaborate and what's important for Virgo to know about this. I get water sign and earth sign coming through. Let's get more of this time to collaborate. What's important for Virgo to know about this? Oh my gosh. Expect a miracle. You've been praying. It's going to be a piece of the puzzle, maybe more than one piece to your puzzle. However it shows up, just know that it is heaven sent. Expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So it's like, you don't need to pray anymore. Just be. Be in this place of love, acceptance, compassion for yourself. Maybe you have to practice that at first, especially if you're feeling triggered by others, okay? Because then we can have more compassion and patience for others. But anyhow, there is something for you to be, optimistic about when it comes to gaining exactly what you need to improve your life, your situation. All right, what else for Virgo? Oh, Virgo. Oh, okay. This is just making so much more sense to me. Well, Virgo, medicine woman and medicine man is showing up here. Now, you may already know this about yourself, or you're being guided to really tap into a divine gift of yours that's been activated. And so Spirit wants you to honor that you are a channel for divine healing power. So be open to spiritual insights, different healing modalities, to improve your life and improve the others. But I do feel that Spirit is asking you to take some time for yourself if you haven't, because it looks like something is popping up here, okay? And we want to have the energy and a good attitude when this shows up. So believe in yourself. Believe and honor that Spirit has not left you. Spirit is right with you. And you are being guided to share your visions, your gifts, and your abilities when the time is right. Right now, the time is to give to yourself, to love yourself. Okay, what else? Spend some time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. Now I was noticing the waterfall here. So whether you can be around water or in water, it's a very powerful and sacred ritual to do because it will replenish and rejuvenate you. And it is important, especially if you've been feeling, all up in your emotions too, right? And so there's something about feeling soothed by water, being soothed by one's own emotions, whether you label it good or bad. I like knocking things down. But yeah, if you've been feeling a lack of energy, that's because you haven't been really taking the time to recharge your batteries. And you may need to love yourself enough to say no to others on your time and demands, on your energy. What else? Oh, there you go. There you go. You're going to receive exactly what you need. Okay, so allow yourself to receive. So the word says allow. So we got to figure out if there's anything that could block you from receiving something, whether it's not feeling worthy enough or not seeing or noticing an opportunity. And also for those Virgos that like to be in control of everything, well, you know what? You're going to have to delegate. And you may not, well, how do I say this? When you delegate, don't expect perfection, okay, from others. Just be glad that they did it for you and they got it done. And maybe with time, they'll perfect it. But, I feel that's an important thing when we are allowing others to help us, is not to also expect maybe perfection or too much, okay? But the point is practicing receiving. So this will increase your intuition, which is really important, and your energy and an ability to give to others. And this is why, because you are a you are a channel for divine healing power. What else? Something, it's either you or someone is going to break up the routine, especially if you've been feeling some type of, it's like a Groundhog Day effect, right? It just keeps repeating and repeating. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So this is what we're doing. We're changing some type of pattern up. We're allowing the wild within to express itself. Maybe not now, but soon it will be, when you can be honest with yourself and what your true what your heart's true desires are. So let's get a little bit more about this divine passion. I get some fire energy with this. I mean, look at the arms are up here, having passion for the divine, having passion for, life itself. I mean, whatever you feel passionate about, maybe it's, something that is unexplainable. Maybe it's someone. New beginning. Yes, you're being released from the past. This is this thing about the waters too here. So yes, there may be, the ebbs and flows of one's own emotions, but there's something about you feeling good as you are accepting and loving and honoring yourself and your own emotions, because you are being released from the past and embarking on a new beginning. So be honest with yourself. What can you, or what do you really want to, let go of? Some of you may have already let go of something or someone, and you just need to stand firm and believe that your new beginning has already started. What else? Easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So if you're doing something right now where you feel that you're in between, maybe one idea or maybe one career or, a certain thing in your life, and you're wanting to gradually move, then allow yourself to gradually move. You don't have to do anything that is um, quick, fast, maybe because that could cause some type of disruption. But Spirit wants you to not force anything. Don't force yourself either. If you feel rushed, take a moment and try to be aware, if you can, if you're rushing something along or if you're feeling rushed by someone, and just take a step back. And that might be hard because some of you Virgos, you might be, so used to being on the go, 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 go. All right, what else? Oh, look at that. Inner peace. This is just like this card of easy does it. We're just maintaining a sense of balance. Also, I know it can be difficult because we do live in a world where there's time, and schedules and all that, but it's important to seek that relief. It's important to, break up your day so that you can be in a time where it's timeless, where time does not exist, but inner peace does. So try to cultivate that, or, maybe you're already doing this. And so just know that you are doing what you need to do at this time. You need to have inner peace because something is happening here where, because you've been honest with yourself, you're going to receive what will seem like a miracle to you, and it will bring you much inner peace, right? It's like you finally weathered some type of storm, and now instead of feeling maybe drowned or, tired from having to withstand a storm, you are now above it. You're in a place where the storm has passed. What else? Now we could be lost too in the past here with, rethinking about a moment in time, right? And so Spirit is saying that's okay to do, but sometimes that can rob us of our own time from taking action on something. So just kind of be aware of that. Oh, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Now, Spirit knows this is not easy because it means we have to get used to something. And we're humans. We like habits. We get comfortable with with how things are. But sometimes what can happen is that we get comfortable being uncomfortable and we don't realize we're uncomfortable because we're just used to it. Don't let that be your case, but maybe, it has. Yeah, and I think we all fall into that trap once in a while. But anyhow, just know that you are and have been releasing what needs to be released so that the new can enter. This is like your new era, and this is like being in between worlds right now. This is why you got to take it easy. What else? Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. Okay, the bottom of this card wants to show itself too. Okay, look at this. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Look at this. This is the endings and beginnings. Walk through them with ease and grace. There's something unexpected that is going to pop up in your reality. And so Spirit wants you to be hopeful about this, to know that your circumstances are undergoing a transition and change to bring you a blessed opportunity. Let's see what else. Faith. Yeah, you're being encouraged to do anything you can right now to strengthen your faith. Okay? There's all these different symbols for different religions and whatnot, but the choice is yours. The choice is just believing in a power bigger than you, because we do need to lean on something at times, right? And Spirit is always ready and available for you to lean to the heavens here. So do things right now that can encourage you or to motivate you to stay strong, to believe in the unseen. It's like you can't, it's like there's almost like a surprise here. Look at that. It's like a surprise, putting a blind, like spirit wants to put a blindfold on you, and then boom, all of a sudden there's that miracle and we have all that sun and the brightness and that bright future and we can see everything. What else? Stay strong. You're stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. You might be feeling a little weak. I think we all feel weak at times, and that's okay. But Spirit is saying, there's a lot of courage, and you have had a lot of courage in your life so far. Just continue. Some of you, it's like having to be maybe alone and independent can be a little scary, but you are made for this. You're made to be strong. You're made to be powerful. You might even be in a place of leadership or being called for some type of leadership. You're going to have a beautiful outcome. Not just beautiful, a happy outcome. Let's continue. Offering a way out. Okay. Is it you that needs to be released, or do we need to release something or someone? But we might be hesitant. We might be scared. Whatever is yours will stick around. This person in this picture has to let that butterfly go. And it's like this feeling of, oh no, it might fly out that window, or will it stay? Well, we have to allow that butterfly to grow and evolve and move around, because that butterfly isn't meant to live in a cage all its life. But there is sadness here because, you can see that this person adores that butterfly, right? But it's the right thing to do. Now, if there's a situation that's offering you a way out, take it, okay? But this is a card of letting go and understanding and having faith, though, that whatever you let go, if it's meant to be, it will return, or something else will occur. And it is a divine intervention for you. Let's continue and see. You may need to get some more information. So don't be afraid to ask. This landed on that time to collaborate here. So, if it's something about collaborating knowledge, or some type of doing some type of research or asking questions, or perhaps a person here, Spirit wants you to be prepared. Yeah, there may be something about planning here. Let's see. There's something about getting facts as well. Okay, so let's get more about this knowledge, this being prepared. What's important for Virgo to know? Okay. There's someone that's looking out and looking on, maybe in others' lives, or, something that we might feel that, we're comparing in our own life, and we might be feeling the lack of. But Spirit is forewarning you that not all is what it seems. And we could see that all the time, especially on social media, where everybody likes to post all the pictures and the videos, and it's all like gold and beautiful, whatever. But most of that stuff's fake anyways. Anyhow, Spirit is saying that there may be information. Okay, I'm just going to say this. There may be information, or you may see something, or you have, that was really hard to swallow. Okay, but there is something about facts and knowing and being prepared, so that you don't fall into some type of trap where we could be, maybe eluded or influenced in a way to try something out, even if it goes against everything that you feel. I mean, don't do that, right? I feel that you may have learned that too in the past. But it's important to know things here, because Spirit is saying that, what may be seen on the outside isn't necessarily true. Okay, so try to be prepared and know, that there may be rivalry up ahead, but don't engage. Don't get into the idea that you have to compete or compare yourself. Now, there may be something going on too where we really are sitting in discontentment. Something has happened here, and we might be comparing things. We might be having to, reevaluate, reassess, replan, do whatever you got to do, but just know that whatever you're doing, have it all together, and just know that at some point this information that you have gained, whether from sight, whether from spirit, whether from a book, it's going to serve you well for what's to come. Yeah, I feel that there may be something here where it's like, it's not all what it's cracked up to be. For example, if you're like a tiny little human and you see this butterfly in this huge cage, it may look like a vast, big old mansion cage, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's not until we take a step back that we realize, oh my God, we've been, in a bubble here, or we may be seeing someone who's living in a bubble. All right, let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Caring, offering comfort and healing. Yeah, there's a divine healer here, and you are, right? Now be open, though, to a nurturing energy as well. Spirit is gifting you signs, maybe even symptoms. Pay attention to your symptoms right now. There's something that has been activated, something that's clearing away, because it has to do with healing energies. Seek the support if you need to, but also know that Spirit is going to send you messages or information, something to really soothe and heal you. Now, if you have an opportunity to, Virgo, right, we got to slow down first, because there may be something going on here where someone may be seeking you out, or there may be, people seeking you out for services or something that you have that is, appreciate. How do I want to say, valued. What else? This one came out a little difficult. I think we're having a hard time finding our place or feeling that we belong. Shared values, unison, common goals. Okay, you're getting ready to collaborate with others, or maybe a specific person. I don't know. It is different for all of you, but where we are lined up with others, we have some type of shared vision, some type of shared values. We have something in common, and we do feel in sync with one another. And you still might feel out of place, but you belong. You've earned the right, is what Spirit is saying. Yeah, I just feel that you're in between worlds here. You're in between two realities. This is kind of like, who was was it Gemini? I don't know if it was Gemini or Aquarius. Kind of had this energy too. Okay, what else? Actually, I want to get one more for this. The swan here. Look at that, patience, waiting for the right moment. And this is a ballerina here. There's something, about you sitting in this place of grace and patience, waiting for the right time. It's going to come together. This is part of this miracle where you feel resonance with another or others. And it's important because Spirit wants you to feel supported and good about who and what you are and where you're headed. What else? Be at peace. You know, I see this energy of temperance kind of playing out here too, more than once. And temperance is associated with Sagittarius, so just take that zodiac sign how you want to. This is about tranquility. This is about being at peace. This is about, surrendering to divine's miracles and divine's timing. Spirit just wants you to rest and be at peace. Some of you may have a real hard time resting because it's almost like you're battling your mind versus what's going on in your reality, because we're having to break up a pattern. That's the thing. So just for example, I'm not saying that this is you, but some of you, yes, it is you, where you could have been grown up, or you've been, trained to perhaps work so many hours to get this much pay, work, got to work really hard, right? Where it's the opposite, being easy, being relaxed, quality versus quantity, and we do gain and earn more. But it's going to start with one action of just being at peace, surrendering, loving yourself. It's like you really have shed an old skin because you're a healer, okay? You've got healing abilities and talents. Something is opening up here, and Spirit wants you to be prepared and ready. But you're not going to be prepared and ready if you're rushing things along, if we have to do this, do that. It's like, I don't know, maybe the to-do list is maybe too long for some of you guys, but we have something to really look forward to, a time to really just be easy, just be easy. How about that? How about a life that's easier for you? What else? There may be something strong with the mother energy too. I'm just seeing the Mother Mary, how do you say this? Yemanya. And now we got the fertility card. Okay, so some of you, yes, and look at this. It's like this feminine mother-like type of energy. I wouldn't be surprised maybe if we see the divine mother come out. But this is about embracing and nurturing those ideas, those things, and even you to plant those seeds. You're in this place of needing to plant some new seeds. So it's a perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. And this is this whole thing where you're allowing this fire, right? That fire is like fertilization anyways. But anyhow, it's time to plant these seeds. It's time to get something moving here. So a great time to take good care of yourself. Maybe that's for some of you, you want to reinvent yourself or do a makeover, those kind of things. Male or female, it doesn't matter. But this is a card to me that is closely associated with the Empress. An Empress is an energy that is, well, it is an energy that lavishes in abundance, but it's also an energy where whether it's an empress or the emperor, you're not justifying who you are. You're in this place where you're lined up with good and great fortune. It's like getting it inherited from the heavens here. But your job is to do these things that you're feeling inspired to do. And I would say it needs to come from a place where we're not feeling tired and burnt out, or I have to do this. That sucks too. Yes, there are things that we have to do, but let's get a little bit more too about this fertility. I do see a baby here. Okay, so I'm talking about fertility. So if you're fertile and sexually active, well, you may need to be careful unless you do want a little human. Just take that if it resonates. I know it's not going to resonate for all of you. Okay, look at this. This is more about that emperor or the empress energy. One who is abundant, one who can be in charge of this abundance as well. So believe that there are no limits for yourself. You just have to persevere, right? Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop learning. Don't stop growing. It's not persevere, like keep doing hard things. No, it's just don't stop believing in the unlimited. Don't stop being you. Don't stop, like I said, learning, growing, expanding. That's real perseverance. And so, again, this is about a miracle too, because eventually this monkey is going to be writing a book. As many times as it's going to hit the different keys, eventually words will come out. What else? Spiritual support. See, you're being comforted and wrapped with celestial support, loved ones on the other side, ancient ancestors. I mean, they all love you anyways. So accept this spiritual support. Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. We're just talking about that perseverance card, right? Not giving up on learning, growing, expanding your awareness. And because you're doing that, you will be rewarded in life. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you stop growing, then everything else stops growing. I mean, that's just common sense. But you're not a soul that stops growing because you know you have a divine purpose. And if you don't, well, I'm telling you, you do. What else? Wait, didn't I earlier just say that I wouldn't be surprised if the divine mother comes out and here it is, unconditional love? I felt like I said that. And then I wanted to get a little bit something about this too, because I'm just seeing so much love. Thank you, divine. See, another thing about a mother here, but anyhow, the divine mother for helping me to give and receive the love you deserve. Love and accept yourself, right? You are mirroring what it is that you're wanting. Now, there may have been a situation where others may not have deserved you, right? And you just weren't getting enough. I mean, whatever you had to experience, it is and was as it, should have been, and it's okay. You're ready for more. Look at that divine mother sending spiritual allies, guides, ancestors to support and heal you. So I want to know a little bit about how Virgo can open up more to this, or what not Aquarius. Oh my gosh, what Virgo needs to know about this. Now, how you allow your angels to support you really is tied into slowing down. Your angels will never rush you into anything. That's another secret right there too. So if you feel like, you're getting a message to rush on something, that might just be the ego. Oh, studying and learning. Oh my God, we're just talking about this. Okay. I'm going to say this because I definitely see something about receiving either financial support or the time, or maybe, somehow something gets paid for you. Now, whether you're going to learn something scholarly for educational purposes, or it's just spiritually growing and learning, you are going to receive all the support materially that you need, tangible support. So they're helping you with the right information. Now, this is interesting too, because we even had that one card, facts, research, gaining knowledge. Look at, and here you are. So they are guiding you to learn more, maybe to study, right? And if it's not like a book thing, it's really about allowing you to see that every day is a learning day. Every day you have the power to improve your life little by little, moment by moment. It all makes a difference, a big one. Okay, what else? Oh my goodness, yes. More about the cosmic ancestors, our cosmic support team. Archangel Orion. Thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. Okay, this is significant. It's like a double dose here. So it's coming out really strong here, that your belief is so important, right? Believing in the unseen. And this is the thing that I get. It's like, you've already prayed hard enough. Now step aside and just do what you want to do. And just know, really own it, that your prayers have already been heard. In fact, your prayers were even heard before you even put it out there. Because you've got this spiritual support that is drawing close to you at this time. So the veil is thin as heck. Now, I didn't feel like saying the word hell. I don't know. I just felt like that would be this like wrong with that. Okay. Anyhow, there's no right or wrong, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to be playful. Anyhow, we have a cosmic alignment. We have cosmic ancestors. Voice any of your worries or concerns to the ancient ones. Maybe even take time to go and look at the stars instead of a screen all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because we do. I mean, I'm guilty of it, but I have been taking more and more time just sitting. You know what I mean? Just I go out on my front porch and I sit and I look. And I was not doing that last year. Last year, I felt like I was all over the place, trying to get used to a new life, a new home, a new location. And I spread myself so thin that I started to not even like what I was doing, you know, because I was just so tired and I was so burnt out. I was spent. And now I'm spending my time with easy does it, you know, and I encourage you to do the same thing, because it makes a world of difference in how you see things, how you hear things, how you take things in, how you feel. And Spirit wants you to feel magnificent, even when things aren't so magnificent. What else? You know, Virgo, I'm kind of surprised. I actually am kind of surprised that you're so hard on yourself. I mean, I guess I'm not, you know, I could say the same thing about myself too. I can be really hard on myself, but I've learned through the years not to be, okay? So once you start practicing it, it starts to ease up, especially if you feel that you talk bad about yourself, or maybe you've had to be around people, or maybe you were grown up in a family that they're negative, right? They could have been that your light was triggering their darkness, because look at that, you're a channel for divine healing power, which is off-putting to people who love the dark. And that's okay. That's their free will. That's their choice. But thank God that's not you. Thank God that's not your choice. Because I see a blessed life here. Thank you, Jaffael, for helping me discover my inner and outer beauty. Paying attention to what's really going on, how much you have grown and evolved and turned into a beauty king or queen. I mean, take your pick. I would just say that if you've been guilty of being too critical on yourself, then you're trying to put perfection in the way of progress. And perfection is an illusion. It's just about experiences right now. What else? Ooh, take a leap of faith. See, you're waiting. Oh my gosh. Okay, look at that. We're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect time. And you know, I was talking about temperance, and that's that's that energy. It's already forming. It's just that we have to have patience for it to form, to solidify. but your angels are handling it. Your angels and Mother Earth, both combining together, or should I say the spiritual and the material combining together. But your job will be to take a leap of faith, to go for it. Take a risk. Put your heart's true desire into action. Now, this could even be taking just small risks. Practice taking small risks. We got this card of fertility. Maybe there's something that you want to even wear, or maybe you want to change your hairstyle. Maybe it is a project. Maybe you want to try a new business, or, a side business or a hobby. I mean, it doesn't have to be, about money or anything like that. It's just something that your heart is like, I don't know. I just get this thing where it's like explosive here. Okay, so let's get more about this leap of faith. Let's get more of what Spirit will give us with this. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. And it can be hard for those, especially Virgo. I see that you're a giver. Okay. There's no doubt about that. And that can be hard to listen to our own true heart's desire when we've been giving too much. This is when we start to get disappointed, dissatisfied, resentful. That's why it's so important to honor your own energy levels, honor your time to recharge your batteries. Yeah, you're not a machine, You're not a machine. You have to have your downtime. You definitely have been splitting up your energy all over the place. So the Spirit is helping you take a leap of faith on some type of opportunity where it's going to bring you more balance. And you're just going to know it, because it will either add or delete something that is too much. So thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. And that may mean that some of you, it's like, getting out of some type of stagnant energy here. Because this golden opportunity and this balance card is signifying, like thinking about justice, like it's like being sentenced, but your sentence is a sentence of golden opportunity. So walk through those doors. Let's continue. Open your heart. So the Divine Mother is guiding you to open your heart, open your mind, right? Love and accept yourself, because there's important spiritual gifts and insights that are happening. There's also this thing about giving and receiving, healing energy, love, support. Thank you, Shamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. It's really because I see that, mostly it's because we haven't spent enough time giving to ourselves. It's like you got that plate and it's just like, there's so much, there's just too much, spreading yourself thin. Let's get more about this. Yeah, forgiveness. Whether you've been hard on yourself, I feel like it's a combination of things. We can get angry at others or mad or upset at a situation, and then we could turn around and get mad at ourselves for, blaming ourselves for things. Okay, but that's not going to do anything, right? So we're in this place of forgiveness so that we can honor our own peace and tranquility. So there is something where it does take time. So for some of you, don't give up. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on trust. Yes, there are some stupid ass people out there and difficult situations to deal with, but Spirit has got your back. Heaven has you. And Spirit wants you to keep going forth with your spiritual torch by not allowing anything or anyone to block your path of love. What else? Now, there may be forgiveness coming too. I'm just seeing something with justice here. So there could be apologies, at play. Now, if you can, and if you feel wrong, that you've done something wrong, well, this would be a good time to make things right. But you can make things right now by being more kind to yourself. Allow others to help you. Connect with music, dance, sing, be joyful. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me through music. So, something about this divine passion is connected with music, or maybe some type of artistic expression that can help, ignite a maybe dormant desire or a new one. Songs also may be speaking to you too. And I just see this heart here, open your heart and look at the wings as heart here. Let's get more about connect with music. Transformation. Yeah, thank you, Zed Keel, for supporting me to transform my past challenges. And music is essential right now for you, either as a healthy distraction or healing or listening to maybe divine messages. Either way, you are a transformation of beauty. So you're no longer I feel that some of you might be having a hard time even seeing your new transformation or honoring it. It's like you still, feel a little awkward, right? But you do belong. I do feel that you are going to be in this place, if not now, in a place where it's like others see you shining. Okay. You are like a new star being born, or you're being like reignited here, and others see you too, or they will. What else? Nope, that is it. Okay, so let's find out, Virgo, how Spirit is currently helping you that you need to be aware of. And this is going to be for those Virgos out there that might be not noticing how Spirit's helping you. All right. Oh, look at that. Woo, woo, Bast. We got this independence. Oh, I love it. Hold on, I was like saying something with this. A transformation of beauty. Yes. Okay. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So Spirit is helping you reclaim your power or gain your independence or reclaiming your independence, right? See, I'm just seeing this heart as boundaries, right? Keeping out people who are takers or haters or, whatever it is. But this is very powerful for you to feel powerful first and foremost. And this is what Spirit is helping you with. So stay strong. You are strong. Don't feel alone. I know sometimes that there are times where you do feel alone, but remember, spiritual support is all around you. Now, before we end the reading, let's find out what you have to look forward to in the near future. Unleashing your adventurous side. Okay. What you have to look forward to in the near future is take a risk and be daring. Look, take risks and be daring. You're definitely in this place where you've done what you needed to do. You don't even doubt yourself, and you're in that moment at that right time to take a daring risk, and it feels liberating and it feels good. So there is definitely something that you're going to want to hop onto and take a leap of faith. I feel that it's going to change your whole outlook and your whole world. It will be rejuvenating for you. Be daring here. You're letting that wild out. That's what I'm seeing. Anyhow, I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.